All right, so we did triangle with our chair, and now we're going to use a block, and I'm also going to use a wall. I'm using the wall, which is great when you're first learning the pose, because it's going to help you make sure that your shoulder is open when you're in the pose, and it's a little bit of extra support as well if you feel unstable. The block, some people always use a block. Some people get rid of the block as they get more advanced in the pose. I like the block. I think it really helps with form. So you're still getting the same benefits from the pose, block or no block. And then eventually you learn to move your hand away from it. So let's try this one. Okay, so I'm coming over to the wall. I've got a fairly wide stance, okay? Now, my right foot is pointed towards the wall. My left foot and leg is straight, and I have a slight angle on my foot, so maybe 30, 35 degrees, pointed this way. Now, this leg is straight, but I'm not totally locked in the knee. It's straight, but I'm not really clenching it, okay? Because I want to have a little bit of flex here. So, okay, I like to start with my hands on my hips. Now I'm going to push my left hip out. All right, now this arm is reaching forward. And I'm getting a great reach. And you see how my shoulder's open? My elbow's actually touching the wall right here. Now I'm going to drop this hand down, and it's coming to the block. So now look at this position. So my shoulder's open. I'm not down here. I'm back here, and that's what we want to achieve. So, and then what you can do is raise this arm up. All right, now from here, you can look down, you can look sideways, or you can even look up. See where your neck is the most comfortable. And then hold this pose for 20 seconds if possible. Now, you can also, don't put too much pressure on this hand. We want to really have our body holding us up. And this is a tremendous strengthener for your side body. Okay, so, and at some point, you may just not even need that block. But even if you're using it, just don't put a lot of pressure on it. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Alrighty, and then we're going to come out slowly up, and we will do the other side. Always remember, come out of your pose slowly and carefully, because that's when a lot of times injuries happen, is when you're just jumping out of a pose. We don't want to do that. Okay, so other side. Got my block, and I'm taking a fairly wide stance again. This foot has a slight angle on it. All right, hands on my hips. Push my hip out. Reach. Reach for that far wall. And then come on down. Come on down. And now I'm going to make sure my shoulder's open, and then I'm going to reach that arm up. And breathe. Now, again, try not to have too much weight on this hand, because we want our body to hold us up, not our arm. Okay? You may even let go of it. And breathe. And hold that for 20 seconds. You're getting a tremendous stretch here. And then when you're ready to come out, bend your knee and come on up carefully. Okay? So triangle with a block. You can always use a block. It's totally up to you, but it's certainly a great way to start. And I also recommend, when you're first learning the pose, use the wall just for some extra security, and you can make sure your shoulders are open. Namaste.